Network television is in a more precarious position than ever, with valuable viewers flocking from the more traditional broadcasting corporations that have been around since the days of radio to newer mediums such as Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime. You deserters! You traitors! These new mediums lend themselves to more experimental programming, and while everyone at least deserves a chance to make a TV show, the following sound crap, look crap, or just are crap. I'm Ben from Whatculture, and here are 10 new shows that already deserve to get cancelled. Number 10. Valor. First of all, there's something about Valor that just feels patently uninteresting. It's about a group of helicopter pilots who run clandestine missions, which right off the bat lets you know that the action involved is likely going to be fairly static. Everyone likes the dogfight scenes from Star Wars, but if Valor features too much of that, it's easy to imagine audiences getting bored. Also, it airs on the CW, and their demographic skews very young, so it's rather tricky imagining them getting super into a show like this. Number 9. 9JKL. In a word, this show is stale. There are so many wonderful comedies out there that are risky, subversive, and experimental, and it just seems a shame to devote airtime to just a traditional situation comedy. And please, can we just stop with the sitcoms that revolve around a certain situation that could be remedied incredibly easily? Oh, you don't like living next door to your parents and siblings because they constantly overstep their boundaries and that's literally all the show is about? Okay, why don't you find a new home, you bloody idiot? Job done. It's not the 90s anymore. Number 8. The Brave. The Brave focuses on both a group of special ops soldiers who are trying to rescue an American doctor who's gone missing in Syria, as well as the team of analysts stateside who assist them. If it sounds like Shades of Homeland, there's a reason for it. The same production team is behind it, presumably trying to strike gold a second time. But while Homeland came out during the relative calm and political stability 2008 to 2016 brought, The Brave runs the risk of finding viewers who may not have the stomach for this type of show right now. Donald. Number 7. The Resident. Buckle up, kids, it's time for another medical drama! The Resident not only takes on the mantle of being yet another unnecessary doctor show, but it adds into it the irritatingly overdone cliché of the brash older professional teaching the idealistic youngster about life. Just a quick public service announcement to any and all potential showrunners. This is not a story that needs to be told ever again, thank you. The casting is fine, but doesn't have the kind of star power that might draw audiences to it in the first place, and without a real star, could anything be more immediately forgettable? Number 6. The Gospel of Kevin. Basically, the Gospel of Kevin involves a 30-something screw-up who has no direction in life and seems to be content just squatting at his sister's house until he encounters a magic meteor and learns that God has a plan for him, that he needs to devote his time to good deeds. These types of vaguely religious, quasi-inspirational shows harken back to the day of Touched by an Angel and Little House on the Prairie, and even though it seems like it's trying to inject some humor into the proceedings, it feels a little too precious and panders to middle America in a way that even the most naive television viewers are likely to notice and vomit uncontrollably. Number 5. 911. The rather unimaginatively named 911 is a procedural drama that focuses on the experience of 911 operators while on the job. It sort of feels a little bit like all that various Chicago blank shows that are on the air, except, maybe a little less good. Probably the best thing it has going for it right now is that Ryan Murphy is the executive producer, and he brought us all of the American Horror Story, so it's definitely being handled by people who have a little bit of cachet with the studios. That said, his reputation in the business didn't prevent Scream Queens from getting the axe, and it's fair to say that his attentions are spread fairly thin at the moment while he continues to work on American Horror Stories as well as the FX series Feud. Number 4. Dynasty, or Dynasty if you're American. Dynasty, or Dynasty if you want to get serious about this, for those of you who don't know, was a very popular show from the early 1980s with a load of rich white people who would get into catfights and push each other into fountains and so on, and it was fine. The idea to reboot it is clearly grounded in the nostalgia craze, where every show or film that was even remotely popular gets a new version to capitalize on all the people who liked it, those stupid sheep. But that's where this new television show sort of falls apart. If this is supposed to be attracting the audience that originally watched Dynasty, or Dynasty if you want to get serious about this, and have presumably been longing for it to come, there's no reason why it should be on the CW. No one who watches the CW is old enough to even remember a time when this show was on the air, so ultimately, it's doomed to fail, guys. Number 3. Wisdom of the Crowd. Right, a couple of issues with this one. First of all, they've made a shocking miscalculation in regards to Jeremy Piven's likability factor. He's more suited to playing a smarmy supporting character that everyone really just wants to punch in the face, not the protagonist who you're supposed to root for. In addition, they are vastly overestimating how long the novelty of the show's central conceit, essentially crowdsourced crime fighting, will last. Jeremy Piven is a dad/eccentric tech mogul who has decided to use the collective power of the people to track down his daughter's murderer. Mildly interesting, right? Well, maybe for the first 5 minutes. Then, the Piven-ness, which is a word, becomes too much to take. Number 2. Alex Inc. Zach Braff. In Alex Inc., Zach Braff plays a well-intentioned husband-father who makes the executive decision to quit his comfortable, well-paying job to start his own podcast company as though it's 2010 or something. Did I mention it's got Zach Braff in it? Listen, you were fine in Scrubs, mate, but that's enough. Zach Braff. Number 1. The untitled Grey's Anatomy spin-off. The first, and perhaps most important issue here, is the inescapable fact that Grey's Anatomy has been hemorrhaging viewers for years. There was a time when Water Cooler Talk was all about what happened on Grey's the night before, but that time has long since passed. If you want to capitalize on a hit television show, you have to do it while people still care, not 5 years later when a lot of television audiences would be mildly surprised to hear that it's still on the air. And what's more, this spin-off isn't even going to have any of the main cast members on it, and it's not even going to be about doctors. So what exactly is the point of a spin-off of a show past its prime that doesn't even have any of the once beloved characters in it? All of this just feels like a slimy, last-ditch effort to squeeze a few more pennies out of a show in decline. Don't watch it. And that's our list. Make sure you subscribe to the Whatculture YouTube channel for more lists like this, and don't forget to visit whatculture.com for daily news and articles. I'm Ben from Whatculture, and thanks for watching.